Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, hope you like it and subscribe to it. So I wanted to create these videos as a supplement to this upcoming course that I'm working on detailing my ECR method. And what that stands for is Establish, Compare, Refine. I've been soliciting questions from the people who have downloaded my 6-part PDF from my website and subscribe to my newsletter as a result. I asked them to send me questions. I could hopefully answer them here in my YouTube channel. So let's get into some of them, okay? Here's a new question that I got from my email. I would love it if you taught me how you go back in and work on pieces. I've never really understood days 2 to 10 of working on a piece, the glazing steps and such. Okay, so this is a little bit more outside of the scope of how I normally work, but it's definitely a way I've worked before. It really depends on what you're after and your methods of working. There's certain types of painting that lend themselves more to working on them for multiple days at a time. So, for example, ones that aren't as conducive are like wet on wet, really thick impasto. When somebody paints like that, they're usually trying to get a fresh look that carries on in the entire piece. There's not a lot of change that they're after that build up from day to day. So I typically wouldn't try and paint over multiple days if that was the way I was trying to paint. I would try to get it the fresh look in the first day. And that, depending on what type of painting I'm doing, I might only work on one piece of the canvas at a time, or just try and do the whole painting in one sitting. So for this video, I'll just talk about landscapes from life. If you want to paint a landscape from life over multiple sittings, it can be very difficult to predict the conditions that you'll be in. So even here in California, where the conditions can be very stable over multiple days, especially in the summertime. Even so, there'll still be changes in atmosphere. Maybe there's different types of cloud cover, which change how the evening might look. All the time there's a bit of reconciling the averages out over multiple days. So that is something that you gotta consider when working outdoors from life over multiple days. But really, it's just a matter of how much detail you're after. If you're trying to paint something that looks as realistic as possible, it's just a matter of taking your refinement stage, like in my course, the R part of refinement, just as far and far drilled down as you can. So over multiple days, this can give you more time to keep working on things. And as parts of your painting dry, you can come in and glaze things to adjust the value. Glazing will typically knock down values, bring them down a step in value, if that's what you're after. I would say the reason for working multiple days from life on the same painting is to just continue to give yourself more time to refine the piece that you're working on. If there's, like, say, a tree that you're working on, and you really want to get the look of the different branches and leaves and stuff, 2 hours a day, which is what you typically get to work on a piece, isn't that long. So you might need more and more days just to keep getting to the smaller and smaller details while still holding on to the overall impression of the scene. It's really just a matter of how far down you want to go while keeping the same establishment and comparison phases going. So in the first day or two, you're going to want to establish things, and you start maybe to compare them. And in the next few days, you may want to compare and begin to refine. So I guess if you want to look at it in my method, the ECR method, it's all the same method is just stretched out to longer periods in order to give yourself more time to be more accurate while in each phase. So if, say, you have a painting that's going to take you 10 hours or let's say 9 hours. All right. So say you have a painting that you're going to work on for 9 hours and you have, let's see, 3 to 4 days to do it. So maybe in the first day, you establish everything in those 2 hours, in the first 2 hours. The next day, you start to compare what you established to the scene better. So by the 5th hour, 6, 7, 8, 9, the next 3 days, you're just comparing and refining and going back and forth between each step. And so I'd say in like hour 8 and 9, you're only just refining. It all works the same way. You're just stretching out each step so that you have more time to carefully consider each part of what you're doing. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps you understand why and how you would go back in and work on pieces. So the course that I'm working on right now is specifically designed to help you create quick studies while you're out in the field, but this method can work for any amount of time and for studio or outdoors and really any subject matter. So I packaged it as a landscape painting tutorial, but it's really great for any sort of painting, and it's pretty much how I approach almost every painting. So yeah, I hope that you guys are interested in it, and if you are, continue to be subscribed to my email list, and if you're not, I'll put a link to how to subscribe to my email so that you guys can get the free PDF guide. And that PDF guide serves as the really basic breakdown of the method, but the course will go deep into each phase of that method, and it will really help you guys if you're really interested in learning how to paint quickly and efficiently. So yeah, anyways, keep the questions coming. Send them to either my email at sergiolopez@themainloop.com or DM me on Instagram at Sergio Lopez Landscapes. So yeah, till next time. Thanks, guys. If you have questions about my method or just plein air painting in general or anything that you want to learn from me, hit me up at Sergio Lopez Landscapes on Instagram. Send me a DM there, or you can email me at sergiolopez@themainloop.com. You could also subscribe to my email list and email me from there at themainloop.com or sergiolopezfineart.com.